Yo, what's up, Son of Chaos, and welcome to another Scamfish episode commentary. And apparently this woman actually thinks that she is actually talking to Matt Rife, when 9 times out of 10, it's most likely a scammer. But let's take a listen.
So is this the first time in your life you've ever been in love?
I think so, yes.
My love, my heart, my forever, happy Valentine's Day, my beautiful wife.
We can already tell that this is a scammer using AI software. Let's be honest with ourselves.
This woman thinks she's getting married to the comedian Matt Rife.
How old are you ladies? 73?
Nancy is planning to marry this man after receiving a ring in the mail
So he asked you to marry him?
Yes.
and tattooing his name.
MSR on my ring finger, which is Matthew Stephen Rife.
Nancy is getting ready to come into $2 million after the sale of her home and divorce.
They're gonna get some good money for this house.
Yeah, and then I sent him cash.
Close to $100,000.
We'll team up with their daughter and fly to San Jose for a wild trip.
Nancy has passed.
I found Matt Rife's house.
Why can't y'all just let me be and be happy?
Because it's a scammer, lady. You don't want to get involved with them. That's why.
What? Wow.
Can't this just be real and let me be happy?
Can our team convince her before she sends...
Unfortunately, that's not possible. Because like I said before in previous catfish, well, not catfish, but scamfish episodes, scammers only care about what's benefiting their own bottom line.
any more money?
After the divorce and the sale of the house and he's real, I'll help you pack.
Well, what if the truth isn't what you want?
Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your engagement with our videos help us reach new audiences and can potentially stop other people from being scammed.
Guys, this case is crazy. It's from a woman named Amanda who's writing in on behalf of her mom. It's an intervention case. I'll read the email. Amanda says, "Hi Catfish team, I'm writing on behalf of my mom who believes she's in a relationship with 29-year-old comedian Matt Rife.
Had so many conversations with her about how this isn't true. She's actually admitted on a number of occasions that she doesn't think it's Matt Rife. She goes as far as believing that when he's on stage and she texts him, he responds in the middle of his show. She messages them all day long. When are you going to send me money? When are you going to buy gift cards? That's really like the long and short of all they talk about.
Okay, like I said before, and we already talked about this, don't give scammers gift cards. That's how they get what they want. Like, and you know, the fact that she's actually thinking that she's actually talking to Matt Rife when 9 times out of 10 it's actually a scammer. It's just absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, she's gonna end up being so disappointed when she finds out.
Every day I love you so much, I can't wait to be with you. And then he'll say like the same thing, but can you send me money?
She has sent close to $100,000 and will not stop.
The person on the other end said, send the gift cards, we can invest it in a home together. Gift cards. Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Don't give scammers gift cards. I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm telling you. They're only getting what they want.
In gift cards, Apple gift cards. They've been looking on Zillow. He sends her pictures of houses. She's probably spent close to $100,000. It's really getting hard to stomach.
Her obsession has taken a toll on
She spent $100,000 on who knows what.
the entire family, and she and my stepdad are in the process of separating after 43 years of marriage.
Been married 43 years and probably the last 30 have been miserable for them, but they stuck it out and now they just don't want to stick it out anymore.
They're selling their home and set to split $4 million from the sale, which I fear this guy's trying to get a hold of.
They talk about her divorce all the time and when the house is going to sell, when she's going to get the money.
Hang on, I want to read this. When does the divorce go through? We need the sale of the house ASAP. No, you don't. This is just a scammer trying to emotionally manipulate you. Let's be real.
We live in the Bay Area. They're going to get some good money for this house, but they're already on her end thinking about how to get that money and how she can send that money. So I'm trying to get all this taken care of before the sale of the house so she doesn't lose all that money too. Because I know they're already planning for it.
I'm desperate and need help before she loses everything.
Adult Protective Services has been called. We've had social workers to the house. We've had sheriffs to the house, all telling her this is not real. This is not real. Like people that know, and she should believe. I don't know if she'll ever believe.
If she's not willing to believe it, then you know she has a problem. She does. If she had like 5 people tell her that, you know, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, then, you know, she's just madly, deeply in love with this guy, comedian. You know? It's just one of those things you just got to be more self-aware of. And she needs to realize that this scammer, she needs to realize that she has to realize this dating profile is made by a scammer, which she's not realizing.
It, but it's not who she thinks it is. I just hope she'll open her eyes before she gets all this money.
My apologies for the typo.
Sincerely, Amanda.
I mean, you have this woman that's been married for, 43 years?
Yeah.
And she thinks she's dating he's 29? A 29-year-old comedian?
I never heard of Matt Rife. Let me look him up real quick. Matt Rife.
You as a girl can be just a friend to a guy, but it means you're ugly.
Okay, that kind of made me laugh a little bit. That actually made me laugh a little bit. I'm going to be super honest. That's actually pretty funny.
People, but live, he's telling jokes.
I want your hat. You want my hat?
I love wearing hats.
You love wearing hats? Why would you want a hat when you have a perfectly good wig right now?
He has this style of joking where he pretends to like older women.
These couple of silver foxes right here. How old are you ladies? 73. 73? It's like my favorite flavor. You guys are twins?
And so maybe she thinks that she has a chance because he talks about how he loves older women.
This is a guy who's worth millions of dollars, and I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that he even bought his mom a house. It's not a guy that needs money.
Well, Brienne, what do we have as far as the research goes?
That's the thing, we don't have anything.
What are you doing here? Wait, what are we doing here?
I know. So
Wait, what?
So this is actually a case I've been working on since last year. We were open to helping her mom out, but her mom never wanted to meet with us. So now her mom's changed her mind and she wants to seek help. And so I was hoping that maybe we can pull some research, maybe visit them because it is a close flight.
This is the woman from last year that tattooed her finger?
Yes, so she tattooed Matt Rife's initials on her.
Something tells me they made an episode on her before. Maybe, I want to say 50-50, hindsight 2020. I want to say that Social Catfish has made a episode on her, but then again, I could be 100% wrong.
Her ring finger. So Amanda's really desperate for our help. I just spoke to her the other day and her parents are about to sell the house. The realtor is coming and things are starting to sink in for her mom. And I think she's gonna be open to hear what we have to say. And if they sell this home, Nancy's gonna be getting $2 million. They talk about the sale of the home often in their conversation. By the way, we are not the only people that are going to.
She thinks she's gonna get $2 million. Pfft. I doubt that.
Visit Nancy or have visited Nancy. Adult Protective Services has visited her. Law enforcement has visited her. I think we could provide a different type of value in coming to visit her. We can run searches live there with her. We can do an IP tracker, see where this guy's located. I mean, there's a lot to this story.
So we're flying to San Jose when?
Like next week.
Oh.
This is happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
The following week.
Okay, before we do that, I just want to see that scene again. It just made me laugh.
Or I saw somewhere that he even bought his mom a house. It's not a guy that needs money.
Well, Brienne, what do we have as far as the research goes?
That's the thing. We don't have anything.
What are you doing?
God, damn it, dude, that made me laugh. That for some reason that always gets me when on, these kinds of shows where it's just like she's like, oh, Drew was just asking her like, what do we have so far? The thing is that we have nothing.
So this is actually where they provide a different.
And it's real information, just with hopes that Nancy might be willing to talk. Amanda told us she'd be going to Nancy's house ahead of us. This is going to be interesting.
All right, David. So Amanda just texted us, and she's giving us a heads up about her mom and what's going on right now before we head over there. And the very last thing she just texted us was she's getting a little antsy.
All right, you want to give her a call real quick then?
Yeah, let's give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, Amanda.
Hi.
How's your mom?
Told her we're just trying to get her answers to what's going on, and you guys have ways of doing that are beyond my capabilities.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So we'll be there in 30 minutes?
Perfect.
All right. Bye.
Bye. So at least she's willing to have a conversation with us. Any ideas for a game plan going in?
Bring her a gift?
Let's bring some flowers.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's bring some.
Who doesn't like flowers other than Sharon?
Yeah, just buy her some flowers just to soften her up. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, it's better to have flowers than not have any flowers at all.
Who doesn't like flowers?
All right, let's go get some flowers.
All right.
High five.
High fives.
We thought flowers would be a perfect gift for Nancy, as we hoped she'd want to even sit down with us. So we hit the road and picked up a bouquet on our way to her house.
All right. The moment of truth, y'all.
Moment of truth.
As we were walking up to Nancy's house, we hoped she wouldn't turn us away and have this whole trip be for nothing.
Nancy? Yes. Hi, David McClellan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hi, Nancy. My name's Brienne. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Nancy. I'm Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
These are for you.
Honey, those are beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
I hope you like purple.
They're beautiful.
Thankfully, Nancy loved the flowers and allowed us to sit down and tell her what we were about. She was hesitant to open up, so we really had to convince her to work with us.
So do you watch our channel? You mentioned it.
Basically, I know you go after people that are catfishing.
I'll give you kind of like a spiel of like who we are and what we do. So I'm really good at doing like online research. Brienne's come on to run the research team. And so what we want to do is we want to work with people, get all the information, but it only works if people give us all the information, right? And so if people are forthcoming with us, provide the information, it allows us to do proper research, and then we go into it with an open mind, and we deal with adults. And so in the end, adults make their own decisions. So what we'll do is we'll present the facts to you, and based on the facts, you make up your own decision as an adult on like what you want to do, but at least you have every single thing you need to give you peace of mind, to give you clarity to make a really good decision.
Let's just find out. Oh my God. Ugh. I am like so overstressed with everything
She sounds like she's not having any of it right now.
that's going on with having to move out of this house in like 6 days and worrying about what Matt's doing and what I'm doing. And I've got to find a place to live. I got to get somebody to come and move all this shit. I've just got so many things going on. Why can't y'all just let me be and be happy?
Because it's a scammer, lady. Unless you enjoy scammers trying to take advantage of you, then by all means, go on with your merry way. But me personally, I wouldn't do it.
Us?
All of my people.
Nancy, you're talking to people who intimately know where you're coming from. Seriously. This is like our daily lives. Like 24 hours a day we work. Like, I'm not joking. 7 days a week. We're always available.
We are not here to judge. We're not here to pick at you. We don't even know what's going on until we actually look at all the research.
And not to mention, they're trying to, lady, they're trying to help you from avoiding these people and helping people like you of not getting scammed. Because I'm going to be 100. There's a lot of scammers everywhere on the internet, and you got to be real careful, especially when it comes to dating apps. I'm going to be super honest. Like, you really got to be careful because ain't no telling what's on the other side. You just never know. It could be a scammer trying to take advantage of you. It could be anybody can take advantage of you if you're not careful.
We're a complete third party, non-biased. We're here to provide you with answers, closure, clarity, whatever it is that you're seeking in this relationship.
And you set the boundaries. So if you're like, hey, look, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, we'll give you guidance, as experts, but you set the boundaries for how we do things. We are only here tomorrow, so we only have so much time. And so if you can open up about kind of like what's happened, how you've been communicating, anything you've sent, we can start collecting that information. Tonight we'll go back to the hotel, we'll start doing research, and then we can come back tomorrow if you're available and meet, and we'll provide you with all the information. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, cool.
Nancy agreed to open up to us, so our team set up some cameras and tried to get as much information as we could about this Matt Rife profile.
So can you give us like a 2 to 5 minute spiel on like who is Nancy? Like what was it like growing up? Like how did you end up here and get married? Like your relationships in the past.
Wow. Well, I was actually born in Germany. My parents were military and lived in Virginia for a while. So she was about 3 or 4, and her dad went to prison for, I think, almost 2 years. He was physically abusive, and it was all too much for me, and so I filed for divorce, and I got a divorce from him.
I will be the first one to admit it. Domestic abuse is kind of fucking sucks. No, not kinda. It does fucking sucks. I mean, domestic abuse from her husband is just like, that shit has got to be tough. And honestly, like, there's so much I want to say about that. Like, it's really fucked up. Domestic abuse isn't something to be, I don't know. I have so much to say about it, but at the same time, it's just awful, man. Like, nobody deserves domestic abuse, let alone physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? Nobody deserves that. And, honestly, she made the right call of trying to get a divorce out of him.
And so she's been with me ever since. Well, not ever since, mostly.
They've been back and forth between you guys.
Back and forth,
since
yeah.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, back and forth. I don't know, a little while passed. We met this one. I don't know why I got married.
What was it like in this relationship made you want to get married?
Nothing.
Seriously?
Seriously. I don't know why I married him. I never loved him.
So basically, you married him and never really had feelings for this dude. Why even go on with the marriage in the first place? That's what I'm not understanding.
And I knew it. But it was like, what else am I going to do? I got a kid.
Companionship, or are you looking just...
I don't know if it was really companionship or... I like being alone.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, she pretty much didn't know what she wanted until, as of right now, her age at 71, she knew exactly what she wanted as of right now. She just wanted to be alone. Granted, she has a kid, but, she has her kid to, help her out with stuff. And, that's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with being alone. But at the same time, you can only go so far with it.
I love being alone. You know, when this house is empty, I'm in heaven. You know, I could go for months and not talk to anybody or see anybody, and I'd be happy as can be.
So why do you think like you've picked the relationships like this?
I say that's low self-esteem. Seriously.
That can happen as well. Sometimes low self-esteem can really make you, you know, like, how can I put this in a way? Sometimes low self-esteem, like, it can make you not want to put your feelings out there, you know? I never, like, me as an example, I never really had low self-esteem. I mean, 50-50, like, back when I was a kid, I've always had low self-esteem about a lot of things. But, you know, when I was growing up, I've actually learned how to get more self-esteem when I was, you know, in my 20s. And now here I am at the age of, at the age of my 30s. I've learned to be more confident with myself and being more confident with the things that I do.
But I don't actually have that anymore.
So is this the first time in your life you've ever been in love?
I think so, yes. That's pretty sad, huh? 71 years old. I don't know, I was scrolling.
Now I'm starting to get the whole picture now. Hang on. It seems like to me that the reason why she married the person that she did was because, I mean, 50-50. Now, this is just a theory of mine, but it seems like, you know, when she married the husband that she wanted or didn't want it, it just seems like, you know, like 50-50, like she didn't want to be alone, but now at the age of 71, she wants to be alone. That's just my theory, honestly. But now that she's at the age of 71, she's alone all by herself. Okay, I don't know if that's... Okay, I wouldn't say she's technically alone all by herself. She's got her kid and everything, so there's that.
Through either YouTube or TikTok one day, and I never heard of the guy before. And I saw one of his comedy routines, and I went, holy this guy's hysterical.
He's very witty.
Very witty, very quick, very smart. I just sent a comment. That's kind of how it started. And then all of a sudden, he's on my DM, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this does, you know? And one thing led to another. And
You are so beautiful. Real talk. Okay, I've actually want to pull something up, but before I do that, I just want to get into the middle of this whole thing. I'm going to keep watching and see where this goes, because this woman thing that she's actually talking to Matt Rife when it's really a scammer. Like, come on now. This is ridiculous.
here we are. We talk every day, every night. You know, I don't think there's a day that's gone by in this past however.
Y'all talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and yet he hasn't video chatted.
Long I've been talking to him that we haven't spoken. I like that he communicates with me. He's very kind. Just kind of, you know, let me get to know you. Let's get to know each other. We'll communicate. We'll see where this goes.
And that Matt Rife, or, you know, quote unquote scammer, is just emotionally manipulating you just so they can get whatever they want.
And it just kept going. Like, it hit me so hard because I'd been without it for so long.
Now I understand where she's coming from. She hasn't had love. Like, she hasn't had love for so long, is that, you know, she forgot what it feels like. And honestly, there's a lot of people who actually feel that way sometimes. It's just like, you know, it's, you know, it's been a long time since they ever actually had a real relationship, which I can kind of understand where she's coming from. you know? And let me tell you, trying to find a relationship, a real relationship, it is fucking hard, dude. It really is. Especially nowadays when dating is kind of messed up nowadays.
With my current husband, it's like, wow, somebody actually cares about me? Somebody actually thinks I'm attractive still?
You are gorgeous. I love the the eye heart emoji with the drool. It's just, scammers don't actually mean that.
What? What? You know, how does that happen? I told him, dude, I'm old enough to be your grandmother.
I'm old enough to be your grandmother.
That one. Age is only a number.
That's hilarious, honestly. That really is.
When he talks to you, does he ever tell you jokes like he does on stage? He never jokes.
No.
He never sends you one joke.
That's one question I asked her. What does he think his funniest joke is? And she's like, I don't know.
I don't find a lot of things funny. And I think if I went to one of his shows or something, I probably wouldn't laugh. It's not that they're not funny, because he's extremely witty. But I have my own weird sense of humor.
I mean, I can understand where she's coming from that too. Like, we all have our different sense of humor. I mean, I do. And I'm pretty sure for those who are watching this, y'all probably have a different sense of humor as well.
Very dark, very over the top, you know, and not a lot makes me laugh. I'll crack myself up before somebody else will.
What do you think that you like the most about Matt? Didn't he just recently change his hair color? He's like bleach blonde or
Not
something?
anymore. He changed it back.
I think he's
he
back
did.
to brown again.
Oh, did he change
I
it
think
back?
So.
Yeah, too many complaints.
What do you think of the blonde?
I wasn't going for it.
No?
No. And then when he did put it back to brown, I didn't even notice, and he got all pissed off. But she didn't even notice my hair color. I go, well, you know, dude, I mean, I can't see everything. There's just a lot of things about
Hold on, go back to that one.
or something. I probably wouldn't laugh. My hair color.
You didn't notice I dyed my hair? Are you serious? Like Matt Rife would actually care about that shit. Seriously? Like Matt Rife would actually care about that crap. This is just a scammer just emotionally, you know, just talking like him. You know, I'm pretty sure Matt Rife can give two less of a fucks about his hair color. And I want to reiterate is that I don't know anything about Matt Rife. As far as I know, he seems like a pretty awesome dude. Not to mention he's pretty damn funny. At least I think so.
Well, you know, dude, I mean, I can't see everything. There's just a lot of things about him, even though I haven't met him personally.
I think it was in the news recently, within the last few months, Matt Rife has a girlfriend?
Well, Mariah Morse?
What's up with that?
Good question. He says it's not. Okay, well.
It's a publicity. It's a publicity stunt, babe. That isn't my real girlfriend. Whatever. Like Matt Rife would actually say something like that.
Well, you guys look really cozy.
What do you think about him and Mariah?
I don't even know what to think.
His management made him do it.
Is that what he told you?
He says his management team mostly posts everything. He doesn't post.
That's a lie. That's a scammer just lying to you.
He did make her get rid of all of her social media months back. Because he posts stories every day, for the most part.
Mostly on Instagram.
Mostly on Instagram.
Well, I still have Instagram.
Well, you got a new one because I was like, you need to at least follow him.
Well,
see where he's at. See if the stories line up.
I've talked to him on the phone. We've videoed each other, but never FaceTimed.
If you got a scammer who's trying to FaceTime you and just only showing a video of the person, yeah, they're not going to show their real face. And I can't stress this enough. When you're online dating, the number one thing you have to do is FaceTime. There's other stuff too, but at the same time, like FaceTime is like super important because the reason why I say that is because FaceTime is just going to show is that this person is actually real, not some scammer trying to emotionally manipulate and taking advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the number one key thing that should be important. And I also want to can't talk today. I also want to reiterate that there should be 4 things in a relationship: love, trust, honesty, and communication. I mean, stability, like, that's a 5th one, but at the same time, I like, that's like the last thing you should be worrying about on the list. You see what I'm saying?
What do you mean videoed each other about FaceTime?
I mean, he'll send me a video of himself.
My love, my heart, my forever, happy Valentine's Day, my beautiful wife. No matter how far apart we are, my love for you knows no distance.
That's AI software, not his actual voice.
I will tell you, it sounds like Matt Rife. However, it's very robotic. Not only have you not had a FaceTime, you've never had a proper phone call with him.
What does he say the reason is why he can't?
Because I'm not divorced.
That's the big deal.
Once you finish your divorce, I will call you. Uh-huh. Bullshit. That's not happening.
I'm not divorced.
So he asked you to marry him with that ring?
No. That's a ring he initially sent me.
In the mail?
Yes.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Can you take it out?
Yeah. I took it to my jeweler because I'm going, this thing doesn't even have a hallmark on it. What's going on? And he said, oh no. Okay, so the reason I don't wear it is because whatever the metal is, I think it's like nickel and something, a couple of different metals
I bet you
together.
it's fake.
And it had been dusted with like white gold dust. Well, as soon as that wore off, it starts turning my finger green. And that was my thing, you know, it's like he's going, I want to pick something out. And I go, I don't get a say in this.
But then the ring in this video right here,
different.
I hope you don't mind me asking.
That's not the same ring.
It's a different ring.
Did he ask your ring size before he sent it, or?
Yeah. I mean, I've said all of my life, I will never get a tattoo. Ever. I won't do that to myself. And one day, I was driving past a tattoo place, and I just pulled in. And I had them put the MSR on my ring finger, which is Matthew Stephen Rife.
For Matt Rife?
Mm-hmm. So I did something that's probably, you know, way out of line, but I don't care. And then I told him.
Wow.
She's basically just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. It was worth it.
Surprised?
He was, but he was also okay with it. He says I can come down to LA. And yeah, the first time I've ever really, I believe, ever really been in love. I get on such a high from it. Everything else goes by the wayside. Matt is just, he's like my core right now.
Well, Seekers, as you can see, we had quite the task ahead of us. Nancy was even deeper than we could imagine. We felt we had enough information about how Nancy got to this point with this Matt Rife profile. So we decided to dig in a little deeper. Nancy had sent $60,000. We needed to figure out how she sent it and who received it.
Where did money come into play?
He needed, I don't know, was always needing.
Do you remember what the first thing was?
Okay, first of all, Matt Rife is probably rich as far as I know. And not to mention, why would, and I say this time and time again in every episode, why does Matt Rife need money when he already got that shit? That just, people keep falling for these scams every time, and it's ridiculous.
The first thing? No, do you?
First thing he asked you for money for was because his management was not releasing any of his money to him.
Even though that's not true, but it's quite the opposite.
all of his money was tied up by his previous management team that had put everything in their names as opposed to his name. No news. There's nothing online about it. And now he's in this court case trying to get everything.
That's because it didn't happen and it's not real. That's the thing. I filed a lawsuit against the company. No, Matt Rife did not do that shit. As far as I know. I mean, I could probably look it up, but I almost guarantee you there's like nothing on there.
Back. Therein lies the, I got no money. Yeah, well, you know, you just did a world tour. I think you probably made some bank on that.
I can't access any of my tour money, babe. When 9 times out of 10, he can. Again, this is a scammer trying to manipulate her. Oh my God. Like, just...
We went to one of his shows.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where
it
at?
was packed. LA. Maybe the second, third row, we were really close to him.
I thought he'd send us free tickets by now.
Why? He's not even near here.
I'd take you to Vegas to go watch his show.
He's not in Vegas anymore. It was in Amsterdam doing, I think it was Amsterdam. Yeah, somewhere over there. Doing a show. And he was outside, and I guess he put his phones down. He had a couple of phones down on a bench, and he was talking to me on one of his phones. And somebody clipped his other phone. Going, how is that my fault? Why did you put your phone in your pocket?
Yes,
You know?
exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. You know, if you lost your phone, you probably just could have put it in your pocket. And also... I also want to reiterate as well is that make sure, like when you have your phone in your hand, whenever you get done with it, make sure you put it in your front pocket just so, you know, how can I put this in a way? Like, you don't want pickpocketers trying to grab your phone in the back of your pocket. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure for those who are watching this, y'all probably already knew that by now, so I don't need to explain it.
It's your fault because you guys were on a phone call and he was distracted?
Yeah. He wasn't paying attention. So it's my fault.
How can you not pay attention and then blame her? It just makes no sense. Like, I'm pretty sure Matt Rife probably keeps his phone where it needs to be. In his pocket. Last time I checked, celebrities are not that stupid and, you know, don't leave shit and forget about it.
Does he do that very often?
This is all your fault. You need to buy me a new phone. Yeah, right.
No.
How do you feel about that he's blaming you?
I didn't like it at all. And I told him, I go, I don't have anything to do with your phone being gone. I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking, no.
How is this my
I'm not gonna hold
fault?
that.
Yeah.
But now it's my problem because you need money to get another phone. And I'm going, you know, I can buy you a phone here and you can pick it up at the nearest Apple store, wherever the hell you are. I just need to know. Didn't want to do that.
Just send me a gift card. Yeah, right. How to spot a scammer in 10 seconds.
I sent him gift cards so he could get it. I'd scratch off the...
And once again, like I said, why would you be sending a scammer gift cards? Granted, she doesn't know that yet, but at the same time, it's like she should have knew already. But you know, I always say, like, you know, beauty can make you overlook at the red flags. It really does. And it can make you pay attention less of it.
silver part on the back or front or wherever it is. And I just take a picture of it and send it to him. And then he did whatever he did with it. And that was the way with all of them. You know, sometimes you just get to a point where you go, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Not to mention block the scammer so that way you won't be talking to him again. You know?
But you gotta ask questions, right? Like, I mean, if something doesn't make sense.
Well, I do.
If there's stupid stuff somebody's asking you to do, like, you gotta ask questions, you know? some of the stuff doesn't make sense, right?
You're right. Doesn't.
Nancy sent thousands of dollars through gift cards. She was even sending money through the mail. We needed some names and some leads to help track down the cash that she sent.
Yeah, and then I sent him cash.
Like in the mail?
Yeah, in the mail, U.S. mail. I didn't send cash to him. I sent it to his assistant,
What's his assistant's name?
Michelle.
And then where does Michelle live?
Something tells me the last name is, like, I think they bleep it out, the last name. I shit you not. When I was Uber driving, I was watching, there was this one dude, like he was just listening to something that was in a different language, and apparently they didn't censor it, and it was, I forgot what it was called, but it was, yeah, I can't even remember it anymore. It's been so long since last week since I've ride with that person, but it was something. It was very 18 plus. Let me just put it that way.
live?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Did you send cash to Michelle previously before that?
I think I sent $1,000 previously before that. Yeah.
And she got that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she spread it out
Oh, she
and
did.
took a picture.
They just did that. The scammers just did that just so they can make that look real. That's all they're trying to do. There's not much to read into it.
And then she texts you?
Yeah, sent me a picture. I know the last one was $2,000, and it never made it there, which had been my fear all along. It's like, dude, I don't like sending money in the mail. It's just begging to be stolen.
If you don't like sending money, then why did you send the money in the first place? That's the real question. Babe, I need you to send more money to Michelle. Psh, scammers, gotta fucking love them.
So it never made it, so somebody stole it?
Yeah, it just disappeared.
The package didn't make it
I
this
don't
time.
know her. I've never met her. I've never spoken to her.
Do you have Michelle's address?
I probably,
Might have to dig in there a little bit.
I mean, unless you can find something in there.
Oh, all right. You don't have any surprising pictures, do you?
No.
I love that. She's just like, it's just like, you don't have any surprising pictures, do you? She's like, no.
Got it.
Did you find an address?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's in your pictures.
So Angie,
Oh, good.
Nancy was starting to open up to us more. When she handed her phone over to Brianne and David, they were able to find Michelle's phone number and address. Nancy had been sending boxes of cash to who she thought was Matt Rife's assistant, who went by the name of Michelle.
When it's really not.
But the addresses linked back to the owner of the home. Her name was Angie, but the money trail didn't end there.
Matt sent me.
I love the fact that, I just love the fact that this woman actually thinks that Matt Rife is Michelle's assistant. You know, like, not to mention Angie, but they didn't cover as much from her, I don't think.
2 checkbooks that have my name on them.
is this check right here?
Yeah, that was the mobile deposit that came back.
Oh, and it bounced.
Have you called this?
Yeah, that's another thing. Don't send checks that bounce. That's what scammers would do, honestly. They would send you a fake check. They would send, like, scammers will give out fake checks to the bank and thinking that they're going to get money deposit from them. But really, it just bounced and they can't really put it in the checking account, period.
Bank BECU to see if you have an account with them?
No. I mean, who sends their checkbooks to somebody? Especially somebody you haven't really even met.
That's a good question. Oh, wait a minute. That's what scammers would do.
Yeah. Scary, for sure.
It's like you throw these checkbooks at me, tell me, do what I need to do, and then the first one I write comes back? Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually funny. This woman cracks me up, but at the same time, she should know better not to be going online dating and thinking that, oh, it's Matt Rife when it's really not. I gotta play that again. That's just so, like, so damn funny.
And address. Nancy had been sending boxes of cash to who she thought was Matt Rife's assistant, who went by the name of Michelle. But the addresses linked back to the owner of the home. Her name was Angie, but the money trail didn't end there.
Matt sent me 2 checkbooks that have my name on them.
Is this check right here?
Yeah, that was the mobile deposit that came back.
Oh, and it bounced.
Have you called this bank?
Okay, so apparently, if the check doesn't bounce, it automatically means that the bank can't process it because it's a fake check. And you know, if it's a fake check, you technically can't process it. Which, you know, a lot of scammers fail to realize, and they thinking that, oh, it's like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna use fake checks so that way I can get money out of it. Not happening.
ECU to see if you have an account with them?
No. I mean, who sends their checkbooks to somebody? Especially somebody you haven't really even met.
Yeah. Scary, for sure.
It's like you throw these checkbooks at me, tell me, you know, do what I need to do, and then the first one I write comes back? Come on. I'm going, where is this bank anyway? Who are these people?
So this is the bill from checks.com that this came from?
I have no idea. I've never even seen this.
So you paid for your own checks. You just didn't know it.
That would be bullshit.
So they're saying you ordered the
I need to hear that
Who are
again.
these people?
So this is the bill from checks.com that this came from?
I have no idea. I've never even seen this.
So you paid for your own checks. You just didn't know it.
That would be bullshit.
So they're saying you ordered the checks, but the payment was declined. And so they're sending you a bill for it.
So let me get this straight. They're sending her a bill because the check bounced. Are you kidding me? You mean to tell me a scammer sent those checkbooks to her, and now I want to say that the bank is actually sending her a bill of... Hold on, I'm trying to say this as best as I can. It just come to my attention that the bill is obviously... so they're basically just sending her a bill for something that's most likely that's not even on her name on it. Maybe, I don't know. Let's continue.
That's rude.
Why would Matt do that to you?
And it's in a bank that you've never even heard of.
This is just fucking ridiculous, man. Like, just... You'd be surprised what a lot of scammers would do just to get you kind of bankrupt.
But also using the story that this is money you're going to put into buying a house together through the Apple gift cards.
Yeah, so apparently there's a house in LA somewhere that has my name on it.
Interesting.
Mine and his. I don't know where. I got booted out of the Apple store. They wouldn't let me buy any more gift cards. I've got
Gee, I wonder why.
already 4 credit cards that are closed.
Oh, good God. What did you do? Woman, what did you do?
Because I charged everything on my credit cards. They're at their limit. And then my bank got mad at me, and everything goes through the fraud department now.
Why would you charge things on a credit card when you have a debit card? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. When you use the credit card, when you have 4 credit cards and you charge all of them, you're basically going to be up in debt for probably years and years and years. At least that's a theory of mine, but I could be 100% wrong. Not to mention, it depends on how much that you spent on the credit card as well. That's another thing you got to look into. But if I were anybody, I would not use credit cards for anything, period.
It's a lot. It's very emotional. It's very draining. It's very, it's just overwhelming at times. Just all the emotions that are mixed in with, you know, with Mandy and with the kids. And
Nancy, does it make sense why your family is approaching this relationship this way?
Yeah. I mean, if she was doing it, I'd be all over her. My granddaughter was doing it, I'd be all over her. So I get why they're all over me. I don't like it, but I get it.
You get it now.
And sometimes I just like, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go and close the door. And you may think I'm a doormat for him, but I'm not.
Okay.
I fight back.
If it's not healthy, it's not healthy. Just because you mouth off back doesn't mean it's healthy.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It would do my heart so good to be able to tell my kids, she's done with it. She's pat. It's over.
Well, what if the truth isn't what you want?
I told you, Mom, if this is Matt Rife, regardless of how he treats you, I will leave you to it. If that's your plan after the divorce and the sale of the house and he's real, I'll help you pack.
Can't this just be real and let me be happy and move on with my life?
It's not real. You're just making a mistake here.
Get this divorce behind me, get this house sold, and go have a happy life for a while? You know? Just for a little while? Don't I deserve that? Yeah, I do.
My biggest concern doing any kind of large amounts of money is that you're going to get talked out of it, even if you think you cannot be talked out of it. Because the things that you've like justified in your mind to be able to do things is like, you know.
I know myself pretty well. And I know that this money that I'm getting from the house and from my retirement account when it's unfrozen is everything that I will ever have.
These people know that you don't have money though and are still taking it from you every chance they get.
Exactly. That's exactly what I've been trying to say.
I'm not giving it anymore.
How much time do you have before you
Once it goes on the market, it'll probably sell within a couple of weeks.
So here's what I'm thinking. We have a lot to research. We have a very short period of time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to the hotel, we'll regroup, we'll start digging into the research, and then we'll schedule some time to like stop by, run through everything with you, and I think we'll have everything you need tomorrow.
All right, Seekers, it was time to get to work. We were able to pull an address and a phone number to try and get in contact with Michelle, aka the woman that Nancy had been mailing all this cash to. We were even able to retrieve multiple videos and poems she received from this Matt Rife profile. David was also able to snag some of the images of the engagement ring. It was time to get to work on looking into some of this stuff. We got back to the hotel that night and Brianne and David began to dig in.
Have you been communicating with someone online, but something just doesn't feel right? You're not alone, and we're here to help. Our expert search specialist can investigate your case and help you uncover the truth. And don't worry, this is completely private and confidential, and is separate from our YouTube channel. Submitting your case does not mean it will be featured on our YouTube. If you need answers, click the link in this episode's description to submit your case now. We're here to help you get the clarity you deserve.
The next morning, we all sat down to go over the game plan.
Well, long night for you two, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go sit down with Nancy today. How y'all feeling as far as research goes?
I'm feeling really good about what she has provided. I mean, there's so much here. So we have so much to look into in regard to videos, pictures, the ring, these people that she sent cash in the mail to. So we have a lot of points to look into.
Last night before I went to bed, I reached out to an agent friend of mine that's in Hollywood, and great news, like got back to me this morning, and I was able to get Matt Rife's agent's cell phone number.
Wow.
So I called her, she didn't answer, but then I sent a follow-up text message. So fingers crossed that she responds.
We have to hit home with this research because that $2 million, dude, she's in so deep with this person that I genuinely feel like she would send it.
Yeah, and this person's just waiting out for her to sell her home and she gets the big payout.
Did you see the look
Not to mention, she just gonna end up looking like a damn fool. And she was like, why did I let myself do this? I mean, none of it would have happened if she didn't send the money in the first place.
Look in her face yesterday when we were going through like the statements, and she had like overdrafted her credit cards to charge $2,700.
$2,700 and overdraft her credit cards? Girl, what is this woman doing? Like, she's just putting herself in debt, man. She gotta stop that. No wonder why they closed her card, because she overdrafted. Like, how do you do that, man? Like, just how do you do that? This is what I've been saying. You know, don't use credit cards. You should only be using that as an emergency. And if you and my advice, if you ever plan on getting a credit card, make sure that you only get one, not four. Like, that's just unreal, dude. She overdrafted her credit cards, $2,700. That's crazy, dude. That is fucking wild.
For iTunes gift cards. That was one statement that we saw. Like,
all over gift cards. Seriously? That's just, come on.
We didn't see anything else. I just have this gut instinct that if she had the money, she would send it. So I have a surprise for you guys. I started researching early this morning. I found Matt Rife's house.
What?
Wow.
She says she owns a house with Matt Rife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow these records and I'm gonna see if that's real or not.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So she had sent money in the mail.
I almost guarantee that house is not real. I almost guarantee you that somebody else owned that house. I'm willing to bet that somebody else has owned that house. I want to say hindsight 2020. Maybe Matt Rife owns that house. Maybe not.
So my suspicion is that these people are either money mules or they're involved somehow. But one thing that really stuck out, and I'm really glad that we are there, is that she said she was sending money to this Michelle person. But when I was able to find the UPS tracking code, so there was a CO on there for Angie, I figure we could look up both those people. Let's try to call them. From there, you do your magic. You're good on the phone with people, and we'll see if they'll give us some information on like why they received the money or how they're involved, or maybe they're a victim.
It's interesting that both of them are supposed to be at the same address, right?
Exactly.
One of them has to either know the other person or they don't know each other at all. Plus, I thought it was weird when we were reading the text messages between Nancy and Michelle. She was calling her Miss Rife and telling her to do this with the money and that with the money.
So I think we can look into it and see if this Michelle person actually works for Matt Rife, if she's really in Phoenix, Arizona, along with this Angie person. So we'll be able to find that out for sure.
After coming up with a game plan, David and Brienne got to work and found a number attached to this Angie person. It was time to finally get some answers.
So I found her address and her phone number. I think we should just give her a call before we go sync up with Nancy and Amanda.
So there really is somebody that lives there.
There really is someone by that first and last name that lives at that address.
I'm not surprised. It's real, but at the same time, it's not Matt Rife's house.
Let's call him.
All right. Hi, may I speak to Angie?
This is her.
Hi, Angie. My name's Brienne. Do you have a moment? I just have a few questions for you.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm reaching out because I am calling you on behalf of a client by the name of Nancy. Do you know who Nancy is?
Yes.
Okay.
Nancy has passed.
Nancy has passed. How do you know a Nancy?
That's why she ain't saying anything. Because she knows something.
Stick around until the end. We'll learn more about this mysterious woman that claims Nancy had passed away.
This is wild.
And reveal everything we were able to uncover about this Matt Rife profile to Nancy and help her come to terms.
We found your ring, the exact ring, on Temu.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And once you've done that, give this video a like too. If you're looking to contact us and you think you might need our help finding out who you're communicating with online,
Or maybe you need help breaking through to a friend or a family member. Don't hesitate to reach out to our email, sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. We can help you find the answers you've been looking for. After the team had did some more digging, we had finally felt confident in what we were able to find. We packed up everything and took a drive back to Nancy's house. We had a lot to reveal.
It's go time. Knock, knock. How are you?
Today, I'm sure, is what Amanda and also you, Nancy, have been waiting for.
Let's get it over with. The sooner it's done, the sooner I can deal.
What I did yesterday is, like, when we were sitting down, I went and took a bunch of pictures of the ring, right? Because I want to see, okay, where did it come from? So I took the pictures and uploaded them to our reverse image search. And when I uploaded them to our reverse image search, I got this.
She got a ring from Temu. Like, for real, dude? Like, she got a ring from Temu. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it costs around, like, what, $2? I mean, $2 for a ring? Come on now. That's crazy.
Temu is this website where you can just buy cheap things. We found your ring, the exact ring, on Temu. It was in Kuwait dollars. We converted that to US dollar, and it was like $1. Yeah, so $1.63.
Awesome. Big spender.
Big spender.
I'm not really sure why I was given that ring, to be honest with you. I think it was more like a promise ring. And, you know, if this is all just, you know, just a pile of bad news, then I will treat it as such.
Seekers, we were just getting started. We had a list of bad news, or information to go over with Nancy. It seemed like she was prepared for the worst, but this was just the beginning.
The person that you were talking to had claimed that you guys had owned a house together. We can look at house records and we can see if somebody else owns other properties under their name. I want to show you how this works. This is your house and this is your home ownership. So when I looked it up, it only showed that you own this home, right? You don't own any home. So I'm able to see, hey, this is the home address, and then we can go into property records and do all the other stuff. Somebody who owns multiple properties, this is what it would look like if they had multiple properties under their name. You would see all the different properties that are here. Everything is associated. I found a house that Matt Rife owns.
He owns a few.
I found a house in Matt's hometown.
Ohio?
In Ohio. And so this is the...
I had no idea that Matt Rife actually lived in Ohio. That's actually pretty damn cool. Let's see, Ohio, that's... Let's see. Yep. Huh, that's cool. I honestly didn't know anything about that.
The house that he owns, that he purchased.
When did he purchase it?
So he's owned it for a while. If there was an instance where you owned property with Matt Rife, then one of two things would happen. You would be on the deed, right? Or there would be a corporation that you would have signed papers for, and I don't think that happened.
No.
Right. Under Matt Rife and under yourself, there's only one property that's there. So there's
But
zero.
there is one.
There is one that is in his name, but it's in his hometown.
Okay.
For a year, Nancy had been sending all of this money thinking she was investing in a home her and Matt Rife had purchased together. But that just wasn't the case. She seemed to be at ease as we were going through all of the information with her, but now it was time to go over the videos that she had received.
When he sent you those videos, how did they make you feel, Nancy?
And I think it's with anybody, you know, anytime someone does something for you, and it's supposed to be a feel-good thing. So that's all that I really take from them is the feel-good that I get from them. Because from the videos, I don't think I've gotten any bad ones that have made me feel bad.
My heart, my forever. Happy Valentine's Day.
I mean, wouldn't that make you feel fucking awesome?
We are. My love for you knows no distance. It stretches across every mile.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is AI software.
It's a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
We found the videos that you were sent.
So I took a screenshot from this video here and I ran it through our website and I ran a reverse image search on this and I had received this.
And there's absolutely nothing I hate more than talking to my fucking phone to do a video. But I have to because shows are selling out super fast for this year's tour. And I'm going to post an updated flyer. It's going to be on the next slide. That has all this year's cities and dates on this. Get your tickets while you can. They're moving fast. And I want to see you guys. So get a babysitter, get parking, get dinner, get on a good dress, or don't. Come naked. I don't care. Here's the flyer. I'll see you there.
So that's his voice. So this technically doesn't sound.
My love, my heart, my forever.
It sounds altered.
No matter how far
Does?
apart we are, my love for you knows no distance.
There's no change in his pitch in his voice.
And Matt Rife has a lot of personality.
Oh yeah,
Animated.
Right?
very animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
What this person did that you're talking to took this video here.
Shows are selling out super fast for this year's tour, and I'm going to post an updated flyer.
And they used AI software, ran this through the AI software using a voice similar to Matt Rife's.
I just went to a website that does these types of videos, and I actually created my own video of you. I just took a picture of you, and I just want to show you how easy this is, okay?
This is just taking...
Just the look on her
It
face.
made me feel bad.
My heart, my forever. Happy Valentine's Day.
I mean, wouldn't that make you feel fucking awesome?
Technically, it doesn't sound.
My love, my heart, my forever.
It sounds altered.
No matter how far
Does?
apart we are, my love for you knows no distance.
There's no change in his pitch in his voice.
And Matt Rife has a lot of personality.
Oh yeah,
Animated.
Right?
very animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
What this person did that you're talking to took this video here.
Shows are selling out super fast for this year's tour, and I'm going to post an updated flyer.
And they used AI software, ran this through the AI software using a voice similar to Matt Rife's.
I just went to a website that does these types of videos, and I actually created my own video of you. I just took a picture of you, and I just want to...
Just the look on her face, man. She's just like, oh boy, I wonder what it could be like. Just look at her face, man. She's like, oh God.
show you how easy this is, okay?
This is just taking a picture, right, and then generating something. Imagine if you have audio, like a TikTok audio, where you can do it, but your lips are moving.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I love all of you, and I live in San Jose.
So the software is literally taking it and then generating whatever they want.
She's just like, ugh, why do I do this to myself? Granted, that's not what she's actually thinking, but at the same time, you could just tell on the look on her face, she's just not having it. She isn't.
What are you thinking?
I'm going to rewatch that because that's priceless.
Video of you. I just took a picture of you, and I just want to show you
that
how easy
face.
this is, okay?
This is just taking a picture, right, and then generating something. Imagine if you have audio, like a TikTok audio, where you can do it, but your lips are moving.
Hi, my name is Nancy. I love all of you, and I live in San Jose.
So the software is literally taking it and then generating whatever they want.
What are you thinking?
I don't know what to think. Obviously, you guys know. You've figured it out, so why shouldn't I believe you? That's what you do for a business.
Do you believe us?
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the poems?
I'm sure those are plagiarized.
I took the poem itself, started typing it into Google, and it's just a million poems popped up.
I'm not surprised. They normally, like, you can literally find a lot of poems anywhere on Google. Like, it's ridiculous.
That was the same exact one that you sent.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the other poem as well.
Yeah.
Pinterest.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Everything that this...
I will sit here and say this right now. Pinterest is very notorious for having, like, lots and lots and lots and lots of poems on Pinterest. Not to mention Google, but at the same time, like, you can find, like, a lot of poems on Google, not to mention Pinterest. As far as I know, you can probably find any poem anywhere on the internet.
Matt Rife profile had sent Nancy was one big fat lie. The videos
Of course, it was a lie. It was plagiarized by a scammer who only using this woman to benefit her bottom line, to benefit the scammer's bottom line is what I was trying to say. Sorry for the typo, but it's just how do people keep falling for these scams, man? Especially when scammers use celebrities' pictures, videos, hell, anything that they could think of to their advantage.
Poems and the house he bought her were all found on Google and were downloadable. Now it was time to reveal who Nancy had been sending all of this cash in the mail to.
So we're not done.
Well, I know.
The other part of this is you've been talking to Michelle. So we found out who Michelle is.
We spoke to Michelle and Angie.
Oh.
Both of them. So we thought we would chat with Angie first. Hi, may I speak to Angie?
This is her.
Hi, Angie. My name's Brienne. Do you have a moment? I just have a few questions for you.
Sure.
I'm reaching out because I am calling you on behalf of a client by the name of Nancy. Do you know who Nancy is?
Yes.
Okay.
Nancy has passed.
Nancy has passed. How do you know a Nancy? And she hung up. So then I had to message her back. I had to share a video of myself letting her know who I was and then what our YouTube channel was. Hey Angie, my name is Brienne and I have a YouTube channel, Catfished Online. I'll send you the link below. I'm reaching out to you because I believe you are part of an online romance scam. Nancy is not deceased. We are working with Nancy and I would love for the opportunity to speak with you about this. We also have a bunch of other information.
They say that Nancy has passed when she's literally just trying to help him out, not to mention was talking to her. Ridiculous.
We were able to uncover, so if you could please reach out to me, text me, call me back. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. She called me back.
Oh.
This is Angie. Okay, so I'm confused here.
Hi, Angie.
So I'm thinking of Nancy is who I thought you meant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, her name is Nancy.
I have no idea who that is. That's weird.
By chance, are you talking to anybody online?
No.
Okay. Okay, one of our clients, Nancy, had reached out to us. She shared your information because she had sent cash in a package to your address.
Never had that.
Okay. Michelle, and then she says, that's my roommate. She was actually sending the package to a Michelle.
Oh, okay, yes, that's my roommate.
Oh, that's your roommate. So it's interesting because on the package it says Michelle, care of Angie.
Yeah, right, because I live here, so she lives with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I asked, is your roommate talking to someone online? She said, yes, she is. Okay, do you know if Michelle is talking to someone online?
Yes, she is, and let me get her right now because OMG.
So basically, okay, so this is what happened. The scammer obviously decided to play two of these people. Well, technically three at this point. Nancy, Michelle, and Angie. Dude, that is fucking crazy. Like, this is why you don't want to get involved with scammers, because they will fuck your life up if you let them.
What? This is crazy. Michelle.
And so we got on a phone call with Michelle.
Here's Michelle right now. Could you just tell her what you just told me about?
Hi, Michelle. My name is Brienne.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, but that's neither here nor there. What's going on now?
So, the reason why I reached out is because we are on this journey on behalf of our client, Nancy. Nancy is talking to somebody online, and the person that she's talking to had prompted her to send cash in the mail to you and your address. Do you know who Nancy is?
I've heard of that name, yeah.
Okay. By chance, are you talking to somebody online?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Would you mind if I ask who you're talking to?
It was probably that scammer. Most likely.
Oh, I'm not sure who they are now. They say that they're Matt Rife, though.
What?
Uh-huh. Yep. They're trying to play all three of them like a damn sucker. That's all they were trying to do. Yep. I almost guarantee you that's what they are. That's what it was.
Wow.
Dude, that's fucking wild. That is fucking, like, dude, that is fucking insane, dude. Like, yo.
And Michelle said that she is talking to Matt Rife.
And that's her boyfriend.
That's her boyfriend.
That's her boyfriend.
That's interesting. She's always been his associate.
She said that you are his associate. The information I want to share with you is that Nancy is also under the belief that she's talking to Matt Rife.
Right, and I was under the belief that she was one of his co-workers.
Oh, okay. So Nancy was also told that you were one of his coworkers.
Oh, really now?
She shared that she had also been receiving money to different people.
So Michelle sent us all the transactions that she's been getting. So she's been getting money from Tamala, from Michelle, and then from you.
Oh.
So she's lost $30,000.
Did you by chance get a ring?
She lost $30,000? Damn, dude, that's... Dude, oh my god. I hate scammers so goddamn much. And don't even get me started with scammers that are on Twitter, let alone Discord. And by the way, there's something I want to talk about that, but I'm just going to wait till the end of the video.
Yeah, a $2 ring and some shoes. They turned my finger green, that's why.
Oh my gosh, that is the same exact thing Nancy said.
Is it the same ring?
It's the same ring.
Yeah, me.
She was the one who paid for your ring.
What, all the $1.62?
$1.62.
$1.62 for a Temu ring. Seriously? That's funny. Like, just why?
She opened up the package and she said there was a receipt in there and she saw that there was the other ring.
So Nancy's lost $60,000. Have you lost any money?
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking how much you've
I
lost?
don't even know to tell you the truth.
Oh no. And then you're talking...
Dude, that just fucking sucks. Like, oh my god. That really pisses me off. Just, like y'all have no idea how much I hate scammers, man. Just, ugh. I'm trying really hard not to get mad, but let's continue.
This person, even like right now, right?
Mm-hmm. I've been like around 11 o'clock, 11:30.
These are the messages that he just sent her. She just sent him money today.
So I think it's safe to say at this point, you know, I mean, we're not going to refer to him as Matt. We're going to refer to him as scammer.
Everything all made sense now. The scammer was using both Michelle and Nancy to move his money. Both victims were led to believe one another worked for Matt Rife. This is why they were so comfortable with sending the money in the mail to each other.
Yep, pretty much. That's how scammers get y'all.
After the cash was sent through the mail, Michelle and Nancy would then forward it off to the fake Matt Rife profile through gift cards. This helped wash this
Of course, gift cards, because that's the only way that scammers can get their money. Not to mention having them sent money, sending cash in the mail.
Person's hands with any money being transferred between the two, as gift cards are almost impossible to trace. At this point, we had answers for every single question Nancy had. Now it was up to her to want to believe it all.
Do you believe them?
Who?
Everybody here. Okay. Because just like, I know you've like referred to him as Matt and him, but could be.
Well, I've been doing it for almost a year. It's a little hard to just go, oh, the scammer that I'm hooked up with.
Right. No, I get that.
Yeah.
We would just want to make sure that we slam this door shut when we leave here.
Well, you're slamming it pretty hard.
So you're committed.
Yeah.
So we do deal with this a lot. And so the thing is like this has been a part of your life for the last year, right? So it's habitual. If you go back to that, like you're just gonna get caught up into this. What's gonna happen, you're gonna be sitting at the house alone, you're gonna be bored, you're gonna be on your phone, and another Matt Rife is gonna pop up, and that's gonna replace this Matt Rife, because this is not the first Matt Rife you've talked to.
No, it's not. I think this is the third.
Yeah. People like this, they prey on people like you, right? So they know you're single, they know you're in a situation like most people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, they have more money, right? Because you've been working hard your whole life, and they're after that money from you. And so anybody who randomly messages you is probably a red flag. And if you enjoy talking to people online, there's nothing wrong with that, but you should do it in a healthy way with somebody who's real, that you can have coffee with every once in a while if you want to meet up.
Not with somebody I've never seen.
Yeah, especially somebody who won't FaceTime you. How can somebody be traveling the world and be on social media and create videos and all this stuff and they can't FaceTime you?
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to come into a very large amount of money, right? You're getting ready to sell your house, you're in your 401k, right? And the thing is these guys are just probably young kids somewhere halfway across the world, and they're just spending your money. Like, and they're just gonna keep targeting you. So always keep in the back of your mind that your money has gone to some random person and they're just spending.
I'm gonna go take care of something, but at the same time, y'all can watch this video.
It however they want to, you know? And if you do it again, that's...
Same thing's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Well, you're left struggling.
I mean, you're in a very fortunate situation because even though you don't have money at the moment, you have assets, right?
Yes.
And their only goal is to separate you from your money. I truly feel that if you had money to you would send it to him, you know?
I don't think I would send him any money.
I don't think now, but I think if we didn't step in, you know, you'd still be sending him money.
That's why I jumped and like started talking to them so quickly, because I wanted this to happen before you get that money. So that you're not like, oh, well, he'll love me if I send him this, this, or this.
You know, it just seems like extremely cruel what they're doing and all the people they're hurting. I don't know how many years I have. I may have 10, I may have 30. I don't know. But I need to have money to function going forward. And
Exactly. Which is why you gotta stay away from scammers as much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
this is all I've got.
Yep.
So it's not going far from me. I'm actually kind of glad to get this behind me.
Good.
Because I need to, I have so many things I need my attention to go to, and since this isn't real, this is not one of them.
It's a great outlook, seriously.
That's all I can do.
Imagine how resourceful you've been over the last year to give him $60,000, $70,000. Imagine if you had the same resourcefulness to get the things that you want to get done now.
And that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm just going to have to switch directions on where my mind's going. And, you know, I have been so mad and so disappointed. And now I'm sitting here going, you know what? I owe you an apology.
It's okay.
Because I know you're just looking out for me, and I couldn't look out for myself. And I appreciate it.
We weren't real close for a while, so we've been able to, since I've been with her, since she's been sick, we've been like kind of rebuilding our relationship. I kind of felt like I might lose that again because she's just was digging her heels in with this. So I have your back. I want nothing but the best for you.
I know that.
And we'll figure this out.
Yep. You know, you guys.
It's gonna. Something tells me it's gonna take her a while to pay all that credit card back. Pay all the money for that credit card back. Jesus Christ. Like, that's gonna be a lot of money, dude. That's gonna be a lot of money she's gonna have to pay back for all those 4 credit cards that were closed. Dude, that's a lot.
They're very easy to talk to, which makes it nice. You know, you're not intimidating, you know, you're not threatening, you're
not
just
judgmental.
Yeah, you're just presenting me with information. And I appreciate that.
And not to mention saying the truth for what it is.
I've been called names and yelled at enough about this whole thing.
I mean, now you have clarity, right? Like, you haven't had a lot of time to process it, but
No.
what's plan B?
Well, I got to get out of this house. I've got to find another place to rent, which I don't know how I'm going to do that because this has totally ruined my credit. Totally. I mean, I've had like almost 900 credit all of my life, and it's down in the 600s, and I'm just sick. You know, because there's nothing I can do to fix it. I will send no more money, period. I don't have it to send. I'm fortunate that I've got a house that I can sell, and I've got a 401k that can eventually get unfrozen.
All right, Seekers, after we finished things up with Nancy, we felt like we got our point across, and she also took in everything well. It honestly felt like mission complete. We packed up and flew back home. The next day, David had a plan to use our bank site to track this guy down even further, but all of that went out the
Matt Rife, as in quote-unquote scammer. Yeah, right.
window when we got a call from Amanda a few days later.
Hey, Drew.
What up? So, you got anything, any update from Nancy and Amanda?
I do have an update. I got home and Amanda messaged me saying that it was urgent.
Okay, so I just got your message. What's going on here?
I said, since the catfish team has been here, have you sent money? She says yes. I said, how much? She said $400. I go, today, right?
Why do you keep sending them money when knowing you were told not to? This woman, oh my God,
She goes, yes.
So Amanda shared with me that Nancy is still sending money.
This is crazy.
And she's been talking to him just like normal. Totally, like, no, she hasn't obviously said anything to him about you guys coming. And she just spends all day on the phone with him. Again, she's doing the same thing. I'm like, they came all the way up here and showed you pretty much without a shadow of a doubt.
Not to mention, they just came all the way over there for damn nothing. And she was just trying to put on a show to make them actually think that, you know, she's gonna get well, she's not gonna send any more money of this, but at the same time, she's doing it anyways. That's what's the fucked up part about it.
She's all, I know. I go, no, you don't know. I go, you don't even know you're dating. She goes, well, I'm not technically dating anybody. I was like, okay, I'm leaving the room. Because she likes to play stupid. Like,
That's what she's been doing the entire time. She was just sitting there playing stupid so that way she can't, you know, expose what was really going on. That's what that was. She thinks she's slick, but little does she know that, you know, Amanda knows exactly what's going on behind the scenes.
and I just can't. I cannot.
Wow.
This is actually nuts. Like, I don't know what else to do. I feel like we took it as...
I'm trying to figure out if that's her name. Hold on, let me go back.
As far as we could.
You know, because there's nothing I can do to.
All right, see.
She said $400.
And she also took in everything well. It honestly felt like mission complete. We packed up and flew back home. The next day, David had a plan to use our bank site to track this guy down even further. But all of that went out the window when we got a call from Amanda a few days later.
Hey, Drew.
Okay, never mind. I was right. It was Amanda.
This is crazy.
And she's been...
We packed up and flew.
I got home and Amanda messaged me saying that it was urgent.
Okay, so I just got your message. What's going on here?
I said, since the catfish team has been here, have you sent money?
Unfucking believable.
I said, how much?
Even when she was specifically told not to.
She goes, yes.
Like, good
Amanda
God.
shared with me that Nancy is still sending money.
This is crazy.
And she's been talking to him just like normal. Totally, like, no, she hasn't obviously said anything to him about you guys coming. And she just spends all day on the phone with him. Again, she's doing the same thing. I'm like, they came all the way up here and showed you pretty much without a shadow of a doubt. She's all, I know. I go, go, no, you don't know. I go, you don't even know who you're dating. She goes, well, I'm not technically dating anybody. I was like, okay, I'm leaving the room. Because she likes to like play stupid. Like, and I just can't. I cannot.
Wow.
This is actually nuts. Like, I don't know what else to do. I feel like we took it as far as we could. I don't know what more information she wants.
Personally, I'm disappointed because I felt like we really had a good plan here.
So what did Nancy say? Did you talk?
I really don't blame Brienne being so disappointed. They tried to go out of her way to help her out with this whole romance scam, but yet she went on and gave the $400 to the scammer anyway. That's just unreal, dude. Like, why would you do that knowing that you sent the $400, not to mention all 4 of your credit cards are closed, not to mention you gotta pay every single that shit back, and knowing that it's crazy. Like, there are no words to describe how I feel about those 4 closed credit cards. No words.
I did.
Please on the phone.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going okay.
Just okay?
Yeah. Like the show
Just look at her face.
struggling.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are you struggling with?
Not sending money.
What is he telling you?
He didn't tell me really anything. He just said he needed $400 in Apple Card, so I went and got it.
Stop sending scammers money. Oh my God.
If you're getting him gift cards, he's just taking the money and he's moving it to other people so they can eventually put it in crypto for him. It's not Matt Rife. Matt Rife's not involved in money laundering and fraud.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to tell you this because I think it's really important that you hear it right now.
Good God.
Appreciate it. I do.
Okay.
It's hard to hear, but I understand.
Yeah.
It's just a struggle.
I'm sure it is. I mean, this is someone you've been talking to for a long time. You've developed an emotional attachment. I'm saying
And also basically ruin your credit. Jesus Christ.
this because I care about you, Nancy, and I really don't want to see anything bad happen.
Okay. Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
I know.
And I just f***ed up today and did it.
I just fucked up today and did it. Oh God, that made me laugh, dude. I just fucked up today and do it.
With
Not sending money.
what is he telling you?
He didn't tell me really anything. He just said he needed $400 in Apple Card. He just said he needed
Involved in money laundering and fraud.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to tell you this because I think it's really important that you hear it right now.
I appreciate it. I do.
Okay.
It's hard to hear, but I understand.
Yeah.
It's just a struggle.
I'm sure it is. I mean, this is someone you've been talking to for a long time. You've developed an emotional attachment. I'm saying this because I care about you, Nancy, and I really don't want to see anything bad happen.
Okay. Thank you. I truly appreciate it.
I know.
And I just
Fucked it up today and did it.
So where did everything leave off?
I just recommended that she block this guy and stop talking to him.
Just block them. Just block him, period. Don't talk to them ever again. Because otherwise, you're just going to get all your credit card closed. Not to mention, you got to pay all that shit back. Not to mention, your 401k going to be frozen for God knows how long. And just... like, it's ridiculous, man. You would think that she would actually learn her lesson by now, the first time. But apparently she hasn't. It's just unreal. Like, why would you even send $400 when they specifically, like, when the social catfish team told her not to? It's unreal.
All right, sounds like a plan. All right, work on that, Amanda, and then just let me know when it's completed, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, Bree.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks, Bree.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
I mean, this is something that Amanda's gonna have to deal with. I mean, I feel like we've taken it as far as we can. What would you do if you were in Amanda's shoes?
Basically, monitor my mom, put her on some sort of technology arrest, so to speak, and get power of attorney because she can't be trusted.
Took the words out of my mouth. That's how I feel. I don't know what else this lady wants. I don't know what else she's looking for. I feel like it's sad that some people that, you know, we try to help are just not willing to be helped.
Sometimes you just can't save the day. Some people gotta learn shit the hard way, you know?
Especially when we've shared all of the facts and we ran all the searches right in front of her. At the end of the day, I do think Amanda should take some precautions and do whatever she can to help her mom from continuing to send all of this money.
Yeah. Crazy. Well,
It's
we have a
crazy.
live coming up. Be there.
Which, by the way, I did see a video of her doing it live, so I'm probably going to be doing that as well. It's most likely going to be 57. It's probably going to be like at least 57 minutes, which is not bad. I might consider of doing it. I might do a video on it, commentated on it, at least anyway. But let's continue.
We're going to talk to Amanda and hopefully get Nancy on there too. So
hopefully she will stop with this whole thing. Jesus Christ.
Don't miss it.
After our investigation, we attempted to send an IP tracker to the scammer through Michelle, but unfortunately they never clicked. They never clicked the link. We believe Nancy may have warned the scammers about our involvement hampering our ability to track them down. Because of course she did. Why not? Despite everything, Nancy is still in contact with the scammer and has sent over more money. Oh my God. Just, dude. Stop talking to scammers. Just block their asses. That's it. That's it. They're just emotionally manipulating you. That's all that they're just trying to do. Nothing else. There's not much to read in it. Wait a minute, I haven't got to read that one.
I don't know what else this lady. I feel
front of the
too.
Meanwhile, Amanda continued to fight for her mom. She recently sent this message to Brienne. Thank you, Bri. I'm waiting for Adult Protective Services to call me back since this will be the third time contacting them. I'm hoping that they will figure out how to help me. I can't give up. I really want to give up. I just don't want to have any regrets. I mean, the only thing that you regret is sending that $400 to the scammer, I'm willing to bet. Like, sending money to a scammer is not going to solve anything. Okay, so is that it? Yeah, disclaimers, I'm not going to bother reading that.
If you have been involved in a romance scam...
Okay, so that's it? Alright. That was a very interesting episode, although I gotta say that this lady is something else. She really gotta stop talking to these scammers. Which I would have imagined she probably blocked it, which I would have imagined she probably blocked them in the live stream, which I haven't gotten around to watching it, which I'll probably do a commentary video on that as well, just to see what she do. But that's all the time I have for this commentary. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. And remember to stay classy. And remember, y'all have a good one. Y'all have a kick-ass day. See you later.